Hello, Bible Church family. Let me begin by saying how thankful I am for each of you who give so faithfully to fund the ministries of the church. There are over 500 families who give to the church's annual budget, and your contributions make a lasting difference in meeting both the spiritual and the physical needs of people in our community. And let me say a special thank you to the 70 families who've given beyond the annual budget and those needs, and they've given to fund or help fund the 404 North President Capital Campaign. To date, we've raised $660,000 of our $1 million goal. This means that we need only $140,000 more to reach the $800,000 needed to go to close in December. Then in the new year, we'll look to raise $200,000, that $200,000 balance, which is needed to remodel 404 North President and make it ready for ministry. We praise God for each of you. Now, if you haven't yet given, I want to encourage us all to test the sincerity of our love for Christ and for others as we consider our giving. Now, if that sounds strange to you, testing the sincerity of your love, they're Paul's words. Here's what he wrote about giving. He says, I'm not commanding you, that is to give, but I want to test the sincerity of your love by comparing it with the earnestness of others. Paul was raising money for the Christians in Jerusalem, and he didn't command people to give to that effort. So I'm certainly not going to command anybody to give to the church's ministry. But that's not all that Paul had to say. He went on to say, I want to test the sincerity of your love, specifically love for Christ, love for others. How? By comparing it with the earnestness of others who were giving to fund the ministries of the church. For example, in the same chapter, 2 Corinthians chapter 8, Paul said that the Macedonian churches, who he noted lived in extreme poverty, had given generously. He said even beyond what they were able to give. Can you imagine? His point was that we can know something about our love for the Lord, our love for the church, our love for the lost, those who don't yet know him, by our giving. We can test the sincerity of our love by looking at how we use our money. And if this tact in fundraising seems heavy-handed, rest assured it wasn't meant to be. Truth be told, Paul hoped by giving that people would experience more of God's grace. In fact, before he wrote about testing the sincerity of our love by comparing it to the earnestness of others, he told them to excel in the grace of giving. Here are those verses all together. 2 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 7. See that you also excel in the grace of giving. I'm not commanding you, but I want to test the sincerity of your love by comparing it with the earnestness of others. Paul wanted all who follow Christ to experience more of God's grace. How? By excelling in their giving. So Bible Church family, let's experience more of God's grace this December. How? By testing the sincerity of our love for Christ, our love for others, the lost, by purposely striving to be excellent givers. The Lord bless each of you.